Swadee Krap, hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of Thai Football Updates, your source for Thai football news and updates in English. We are just days away from the 2017 edition of the Men's Football SEA Games competition being hosted in Malaysia this time, with 11 young teams chasing the ultimate gold medal. Thailand are in Group B with 5 other nations, so on a positive note, we, the Thai fans, will have one more game to enjoy than those in Group A. So in Group B, we have defending champions Thailand, who are looking to bring home their 3rd consecutive gold medal. So let's have a look at the teams we will face in the group matches of the tournament. Joining them in Group B are Indonesia, who have reignited their fierce competition with Thailand after what was a ban from FIFA. There is no doubt that Indonesia will look to overturn their not so great run of games against Thailand after losing the semi-finals in the 2015 SEA Games 5-0. And this defeat came as a bit of a shock even for me, as Indonesia did really well in the group stage, where they went head-to-head with a strong Burmese side, put a show against Cambodia in their 6-1 win, and of course beating the host 1-0 to break Singaporean hearts and book their place in the semi-finals. Then of course there was the most recent AFF Suzuki Cup in 2016, where both teams met in the group stage, with Thailand gaining their first 3 points of the tournament in a 4-2 win. It was a game full of emotions, as the Indonesian side marked this as their first official senior game since the ban, and man was it a good game. Both sides found the nets multiple times with some well-worked goals and of course some good celebrations too. If you remember this, the two sides then met again in the finals, with Indonesia beating Thailand at home in the first leg 2-1. One of the goals scored that day was the young Hansamu, who would also be featured in this year's edition of the tournament. Now this was not a fairy tale ending for the Indonesians though, as 2 goals from Sirot in Bangkok secured a 3-2 win for Thailand. With all this being said, Indonesia can never ever be overlooked, as they always produce something special in these sort of big tournaments. Moving on, we have another Southeast Asian heavyweight, that is Vietnam. Another strong side in the group that Thailand will have to overcome, with several key players leading the pack this year. The 2015 tournament saw Vietnam finish 2nd in the group behind Thailand, but scored a staggering 17 goals in the group stages and conceded just 4 goals in 3 games, which is not bad at all, with 3 of which came from their 3-1 defeat to Thailand. They were indeed in fire-hot form going to the semi-finals, but lost to a very young and extremely determined Burmese side 2-1. They did redeem themselves in a bronze medal match with a convincing 5-0 defeat over Indonesia. The side we can expect to see in this year's tournament is more or less the Vietnamese side that sealed their spot in next year's AFC U23 tournament last month, scoring 13 goals and conceding just 3 goals in the process. So they're by all means going to the SEA Games with great confidence. And just to add a bit more heat to their fierce rivalry with us, the president of the Vietnam Football Federation highlighted that Vietnam are not afraid of Thailand and that there should be no problem when the 2 powerhouses face each other at the end of this month. To be fair, I don't actually know much about the 3 other teams in the group, which are Cambodia, Timor-Leste, and the Philippines. But the truth is that these 3 countries are probably Thailand's most important games. With 5 group games to be played, Thailand's goal will have to be 9 out of 9 points from these 3 games, with anything less than that an obstacle to their title defending campaign. With no Chan Watanaka this year, it'll be exciting to see which youngster or youngsters will step up for the Cambodian side. The midfield lineup from my extremely reliable source, Wikipedia, points that the midfielders are the youngest players on the teams, with the attackers and the defenders being the more experienced guys. Now, with such a young core in the midfield, expectations will vary. Will we see a midfield that's full of energy and determination? Or will we see a midfield that's naive and too inexperienced for such a tournament? Timor-Leste is another interesting side entering the competition, and I expect the team to have individually gifted players with good technique and a bit of flair. But this will mean nothing if they do not get their organization right. We did see that the goals they conceded last time were from a lack of structure, so we can really expect that they will come into the tournament more prepared this year and ready to show the rest of the region that they have done their homework. The younger sides from the Philippines have not been very impressive lately, but perhaps this is all about to change. We have just seen Ceres Negros outclass Singaporean side Home United to win the AFC Cup Southeast Asian final, so perhaps the energy and the momentum of this great victory would inspire the young Ascals to perform at this year's Southeast Asian Games. But what about Thailand? Are we ready to defend our gold medal? Are we still the best footballing nation in Southeast Asia? The Thai team manager has imposed a ban on social media in the stage leading up to the competition. in hope that the players will only concentrate on the tasks at hand. And man, if you have seen some of the Instagram pages of these guys, my goodness, they're so active. Social media aside, the young Thai's performance left a lot of criticism on the coach in July's AFC U23 qualification stage with a 1-1 draw against Mongolia and another draw against Indonesia in the final match. Their 3-0 win over Malaysia, also the group winner, was enough to help them through as one of the best second-ranked teams in the qualification round. To be fair, the coach and the team got a lot of crap from their performance, but I don't think they really deserved it. There were lots of hard words because they weren't playing good football, but I mean, come on, they were playing water polo, and this is not the beautiful football we're used to. The game against Mongolia and Indonesia were practically played in a mini swimming pool, and all the players were throwing long balls left, right, and center, and this was the case for both teams on the field anyway. This was definitely a one-off situation, and the Thai fans can expect to see beautiful feet-to-feet football, the kind of style we associate our teams with. Now, that's if and only if rain doesn't pour down like it did in June. I really do expect Thailand to make it out of the group and into the knockout stage. The coach, Warawood Srimaka, is one of the best candidates around for this job. He was capped over 60 times for Thailand and has won the AFC Champions League twice with then Thai Farmers Bank, not to mention all the other team and individual awards for both club and country. So that's a wrap to my quick look at Group B of the SEA Games men's football competition. How do you think Group B will end? Which games are you looking forward to the most? Which player from your team will be the most influential? Please leave your comments in the comment section below and hit that like button if you cannot wait for the kickoff. Thank you very much for watching Thai football updates today and see you next time. Khop kun kap.